Okay, we're here with the WTF Where to Fish podcast. We've got Sammy, Marcus, and a good guy here, Jace, and Nicolay, of course. Jace Tunnell is the Director of Community Engagement at the Heart Research Institute. I found out about what the Heart Research was. You just explained it. Would you care to tell me again?
Yeah. So I'll start with the history. It's like it started in 2000. A guy named Ed Hart, who was used to own the Caller Times, stuff like that. He donated $46 million to be able to start the Marine Science Institute there at called Heart Research Institute at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Okay. And so he wanted his slogan was "Make a Difference."
Oh, there you go.
And so, we initially started out about doing work around the Gulf. And so and the interesting thing is, it's not just your typical Marine Science Institute where you have, you just do water quality, you just look at fish or something like that. We actually have a lawyer, so we have policy and law, and then a socioeconomic person. And so it kind of really, all the work that we do is what's called applied science. So it's things that managers need to know about to be able to make decisions about natural resources.
Right.
And so we take it a step further and not just do the science, but we're actually going and trying to change policy.
Okay. And you personally are known as the most aggressive, progressive beachcomber on the market.
I guess.
I mean, you've just found some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
That's got some great stories to it that we want to go through while we're here today. There was a question I asked you that was any of this predictable? For example, can you say on a particular day, I mean, I know weed, you almost can predict it, certain time of year, certain wind conditions going to bring it.
Well, and there's actually people mapping it on satellites and stuff, so it's like, okay, it's coming,
Right. And how do you feel about Sargassum, just out of interest?
It's a mixed bag, If it comes in and there's a little bit of it, I think that's good, and I think it's good to leave it on the beach. It can grow the beach. It's actually good once it dries out and the wind takes it up to the sand dunes. It can be fertilizer. Now you look at the problems they're having down in the Caribbean, where it's covering up corals, it's shading out the light from seagrass. I mean, it can have real problems whenever it gets massive amounts of them.
Okay, have you noticed over the last 5 years a change in the amounts we're getting, and that goes along with red tide as well? So like it's moving more east.
Well, do you remember, this would have been 2014 time frame or 2012? It was somewhere in there. We had, it was head high cliffs coming in.
But that was like that for many years.
Well, it was bad, but that particular year, I was like, this is the worst it's ever been. And then after that, it's like the beach went clean.
Yeah,
and
2000, I bet you it was 2007. I've got film of it being head high.
Yeah.
And I used to love fishing it because...
Oh, really? Okay. Usually I hear the fishermen.
No. It was, once you knew how to fish that weed, super productive.
Wow. Okay.
But what you had to do was you had to walk with it. So, for example, the weed would be so thick, but there was always a little hole in it. And you'd put a lure in there or a live bait, and as that weed come along the beach, you'd walk along with it.
You have fish all underneath it.
Just loaded with them.
Well, I'm a big surfer. And so all those years when it was real thick, we're just surfing without a leash on.
Right.
And because imagine trying to paddle and you got like 20 pounds of weed all caught
hanging around
all around your ankles.
Now, the other thing I was interested in is red tides. Is that something you were studying?
No, I never studied, but that's the cool thing about the Heart Research is there's like experts there studying all this stuff, and so there's a guy there that his big deal is harmful algal blooms. He's the guy working down.
Do you know that was named after a woman from the university apparently? It's called Rose something after her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tony Amos was very proud of telling everyone that.
Oh, okay.
She was a local lady. She named it. It's got some scientific name, red tide. What do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Come on.
Carina brevis.
All right. Well,
That's a genus species right there.
Carina brevis?
yeah. Honestly, so it's...
You'll believe anything I say,
Yeah,
right?
whatever.
I did.
No, but that is it. That's it.
So her name was either Carina or Brevis. Anyway, Tony always used to
Red
tell me
tide's
this.
easier to say.
Yeah, yeah. But I've noticed that's going east as well over the last few years, and the water clarity of late is different than what we normally get. There's normally not that clarity. And the other thing I noticed, we were looking around a wreck which was close to the beach the other day, and I saw dead shiners. Mm-hmm. So there's an oxygen depletion problem.
Every summer there's pockets of that happen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So anyhow, you were kind enough to send us a load of photographs.
Oh yeah.
Which we want to share with the viewers. And we're going to start off, because I was very interested, you sent me this picture of this alligator you found at Port A.
Right, yeah.
Is that one of Boots' babies?
Yeah, it looks like it, because that one was about 3 foot long. But I found several alligators.
Alive?
2 alive, and 1 was crispy. Dead, like you could pick up from the tail and the whole
All
thing.
small ones?
Yeah. No, 1 was 5.5 foot. I actually caught that one.
That was his wife.
Yeah.
He murdered her.
So were they?
It looks like you're on the beach too.
I was gonna say.
No, that's the thing. These
They're
were
on the
beach.
beach.
So the first one was the crispy one. It was dead. And that one, I took photos of it and all that. But I mean, it's kind of hard to look at because, things when it starts decomposing. But the next one was a 5.5 footer. And this would have been about 3 or 4 years ago. It was in the same spot on the beach for 7 days. And you could tell it was skinny and everything. And so, and I thought it was dead. Actually, I went up to it and I was like, I'm going to make a video about this dead alligator. I went up and grabbed its tail. The thing whipped around and started hissing. And I like fell backwards. It's all on GoPro too.
Oh, nice. We need that.
But the next day I went out and I was like, we got to catch this thing and bring it back to the rehab facility and get it back healthy. Right. And so I went out. There was 3 of us. This lady that went with me had tape because I looked it up. What do you do when you don't know how to do something?
Mm-hmm.
Look it up on YouTube.
Jump on its back.
I was like, how to catch an alligator.
Have you seen the guy on YouTube?
Yes.
Have you seen the guy on YouTube who tries that?
Well, that's probably who I watched.
I mean, the guy literally jumps on this alligator's back. That turns and beats that shit out of him.
Oh, okay, that's not the one I watched.
He was going to grab it and tape its mouth like it's... That just threw him off.
The one I watched, because I would not have tried to catch it if I would have watched that one. I watched one that was a 12-year-old kid who easily threw a towel over the head of the alligator.
Next drink.
Put tape on it. It was a little 3-footer, and he picked it up, and he's like, look, okay, we got it. I was like, oh, that looks pretty easy. Yeah. So we went back out there the next day, and I had my towel, and we got up there to it, and it was at the water line now, and I was like, okay.
Alligator by the water.
Yeah.
I was going to ask.
So I went up there, and it didn't move. It didn't blink or anything. I was like, well, okay, this might be easier than I thought because it might be dead. So I threw the towel over it, didn't move. And so I just, quickly jumped, went on its back, not touching it yet. But right when I put my hands around its neck, have you ever heard a bear growl or like a lion, like super deep? It just started. It started immediately spinning and whipping its tail around and growling and hissing at the same time with its mouth wide open. And this was not on YouTube. That was not the video I saw.
Or what you planned.
Or what I planned. I didn't plan on that, and so it went around. It ended up breaking my watch off. I still don't have a watch from it. But but when it got all the way around, I smashed my hand on its mouth to keep it shut, because if you shut it, according to the YouTube, you won't be able to open it. So the lady came over, wrapped around the tape and everything, and so the third person that was with us had the GoPro. They were supposed to be videoing the whole thing.
They didn't.
So we wrangle this thing and get it in the back of the UTV. And I look over at the guy. I was like, oh, thank God you're here, man. And he's like, I don't know what's wrong with your GoPro, man. It's all like frozen up. I was like, what? So the picture I have here of this 3 to 3.5 footer, I learned my lesson. I wasn't going to catch it, but I did call the ARC, and they came and got it because they have the tools and experience to do that.
Yeah, bigger towels.
But I did make a video on this one, and this one was real mad as well because I thought it was dead too, and I grabbed it, and it.
There is pictures Charlie Gola took years ago of one on the National Seashore about 5 miles.
Yeah.
And then there was a dead one long time ago down at the 39. So
Yeah.
a long.
Well, last summer one came up at the Mustang Island State Park,
Oh, there you go.
and it was like a 2.5, 3 footer, and they said it was there one day and was gone the next. They don't know where.
I think we've seen or that one on Facebook or something.
Yeah. It was Facebook.
Because I was gonna ask, are they coming from the water, or are they coming
I think
from
so.
land?
No, probably water.
From the water.
Is what I would have to get. You know, there's a whole
Second
bunch of
cup
them
next to the pump on it.
in the Mission River, Aransas River.
I'm gonna lose it.
Especially that big one. You know, I was thinking it could have come all the way from Galveston or
Well,
something.
there's
I mean, they're hardy animals.
right. And people go on about saltwater gates, but there's what's the park north
I got
of
it.
Goose Island?
Aransas Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of them up
that's
there,
right.
and they could have come from
and
there.
that's saltwater.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Nick,
Well, it
what are
depends.
the codes? The mullet and the bird, and what are the hand signal codes?
Mullet,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
What are the other ones?
Ladybird,
And the other?
shark,
Sure.
turtle.
Okay, this is gator.
Oh yeah, get that one. Run! Get out of the water.
Now let's go on to this FAD and beacon. Which is picture number 2. What is a FAD?
So FAD stands for Fish Aggregating Device,
Oh.
and it's used by the tuna industry in West Africa. So
Okay.
all of these, they have a. So in the picture, you'll see it looks just like a tabletop, and that one is actually manufactured for the purpose of being a fish aggregating device. But we find a lot of them washed up that look like they're homemade. So they could look like a bamboo raft. If you've ever
Okay.
found those,
Right, yes.
bamboo raft, they'll have nets hanging off of them. Because you can imagine if you're out in the middle of the Atlantic or the Gulf and you're a small fish, you want to find somewhere to hide behind. So
Right.
anything floating out there, you know, is going to have fish.
Right.
Well, what eats the little fish?
Yeah,
Big fish, the tuna. And so the ships that use these, and I say ships because they're about 150-foot vessels, because they have a country code on the beacon. There's a beacon on there that pings to tell the fishermen where it's at.
Does it make
and they
any
have a
noise
mile
or
long.
anything?
They have a mile long net that
Oh,
goes around the whole
okay.
area, and they just purse everything up.
Have you ever seen that Tuna Cowboys?
No,
Check it out.
is it a movie?
It's a YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And they like Mako get in the nets, and these guys go in there, grab the Makos and push them out.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Have you
I
seen
guess
that?
this tuna are worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
It must be.
So did this make it all the way? You think from Africa?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that one for sure. I made a video on that one. They all have country codes, and so the country code is like 2 to 3 letters, and then it has numbers after that, like 4 numbers, and that goes to the vessel.
Okay.
So we know exactly where it came from.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
there's a group in Florida that's
did
trying
you
to get
find
on
out how
land.
long it took to get it?
No. I mean, we don't. You know, it's not like we can download any kind of data off. Of
We
it.
used to find like 4-inch drain pipes, right? And they would have please return reward.
Oh yeah,
And
found a
I
bunch of
sent
those.
one and got $200.
They only sent me $40.
No, I got 200. Yeah, and then everyone was looking for them when I.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I found about 10 of them, and sometimes they pay me, and when they do pay me, it's $40 each. You know?
That's cool. They must have
The
gone down in
drifters.
price.
Yeah,
They just know.
I'm
who
gonna
you
hold
work
them
for.
hostage.
Yeah, just say Nick Meyer definitely got $200.
yeah.
And they just dump them in to monitor the currents, correct?
Right, yeah, they have a huge long rope, and actually, I have a video coming out in probably 8 weeks or something. You know, I have a bunch of videos made already, so probably 6 to 8 weeks. I have one coming out about the drifter, and it has probably a 100-foot line onto it,
Okay.
and that's where it would have, you know, like a parachute type drifter net onto
Yeah.
it to keep it upright.
Sea anchor.
Yeah, sea anchor. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
What about, right, so we're going to go
Is
to
that
picture
floating?
number 3.
But what's underwater?
That's the beacon,
Sorry.
and then that's the tabletop.
the tabletop.
Yeah,
What's
yeah, that
underwater?
one's round, and then they would put nets and ropes on there to create structure to have the fish on there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, I know people throw 8x4 sheets of plywood.
Oh yeah, similar type
just
thing. Yeah.
fish under it. Fireworm, picture number 3. Now, I've never seen one of them.
Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly where to find them then.
Okay.
I have a story about it too.
Are they good bait?
Oh yeah, people can use them for bait.
Sounds like looks like a rag.
Well, they use bait, yeah. And you pretty much use anything, I guess, for bait. Something that looks like that would be real good.
Except bonita.
Once,
we tried to eat one this weekend.
oh, real bloody, huh?
Well, it was.
Yeah.
The sauce
Bloody
was
hell.
nice.
Yeah. So these fireworms, they've been in the news a lot lately.
Boy.
There's like 28 different species of them. So this particular, some of them, they're the real red ones that you find around corals. Those, I mean, they will burn you and
They swell
real
as well,
bad.
won't it?
I haven't had that. You know, people said that they would, and then over the year or so that I've been finding these things, I've been handling them, and they do put fibers like the bristles in your fingers and stuff, and they get stuck in there. But I haven't had, a
Have
little
they got
tingling, but nothing
pinchers
real
on the
bad.
front?
Oh yeah, but they have a mouth. They
Yeah,
can
so
bite.
that
Yeah.
looks like what we would call a ragworm,
Oh, okay.
which is something we use for bait.
Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch. But so this one only can be found on items that are floating at the surface that have gooseneck barnacles. And so I guarantee you find a log or you find a big piece of tar or you find anything with a bunch of gooseneck barnacles, those fireworms are going to be in there.
Interesting.
And whenever you walk up to them, they look like they blend in and they're camouflaged in there. But I find them regularly all the time, so they're out there.
We need to try them.
I saw one last week. There was a small dead shark,
Yeah.
and it was on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we stopped and went and looked at it. I was like,
Okay.
is this fake?
Yeah.
I've never seen
and
it
it could
before.
be a different species or something too. I don't
remember seeing white, but it was...
Yeah. Well, so they won't have white. The reason that's white is because I put my finger across it, and the bristles are in their body, and you touch them and they come out. That's their defense
Oh
mechanism.
no.
And and if you put them in water, they come alive. Their gills are actually on the backs of them, so it looks like just nasty brown stuff on their back. But you put them in water, and they look like flowers. I mean, it's crazy looking.
Right.
Yeah, I can tell now.
So you see this. I
That's
always
the
take a
next one.
jar. Yeah, I take a jar, and if I find something, whether I think it's dead or not, I'll put it in there. And many times it's alive. You know, if you find it right
It's
at the water
spotted
line.
jellyfish you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about
the
that,
farm.
and really anything. But
Right.
yeah, I take that little aquarium thing with me everywhere.
That's cool.
I've seen you collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fish
especially with
and
sargassum
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
So the white spotted jellyfish is the next one. Now I remember seeing your report. Is it Australian? Did you
Australian
mention?
white spotted jellyfish, and they're really from like the North Pacific area.
Okay.
Well, Pacific. I mean, all.
I mean, to
Pacific,
get here, how it's got to have gone around the horn.
two different ways. One is there's
By
one of
ships
their
or something?
yeah. Both ways is by ships, but at a certain life stage, they connect to stuff
Okay.
before they grow up, and then they pop off, and then they become free floating. So the hulls of ships
Right.
is one way, and then the other is through bilge, which that's how we get a lot of invasive species.
Most jellyfish are like 3 or 4 different.
Well, if you think
But it's
so,
just
that's
one.
a true jellyfish.
That's
That's a true.
just-
But
okay.
what people call jellyfish is like the man o' war.
Right.
That's the one that's not really a true jellyfish. It's a bunch of organisms
Yeah.
living
that's it.
together.
Yeah. But this
Yeah.
is just.
And that one does. The white spotted doesn't sting. That's what's nice
Interesting.
about it. And they come in different colors. So last week, I don't know if you saw my post. It was a blue one, and it was about this big, beautiful thing. But you could pick the thing up, and
Right.
I think it's a mild sting, but I can't feel it. You know.
Oh, is it a blue spotted jellyfish at that point?
Yeah,
it's
they
still
changed
white.
the name. Well, the spots are still white.
Oh.
It's a white spotted. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they can be clear. I found them clear, and then orange, brown, and then blue.
Do you know a rule I've normally applied? If it's got colour, then it normally stings you.
Oh, yeah.
Do
No,
you
that's
know,
for
like a cabbage
sure.
head clear?
Yeah.
You know, but then you get the other ones, the Portuguese and that.
Yeah.
But I think over the years I've built up an immunity to the Portuguese. Like they make me itch.
Yeah.
but I don't come out in
You're
a
not
big,
crying.
No, or a big whip mark
Anymore.
or anything
Anymore,
like that.
yeah.
I
Well-
still cry even if they itch.
It's the same. Every once in a while, I'll find a real pretty one, and I pick it up. You know, and some of the tentacles are on me and stuff. I get a photo with it and stuff. I mean, it stings a little bit, but it's not that bad.
Right.
Unless I accidentally go like this, and then like,
Ooh.
oh.
When
you know,
I
like-
first got
Right.
into them, I was with Billy Sanford and I was dragging my t-shirt on the beach, and I put the t-shirt over my shoulders, and I got stung on the back.
Yeah.
But now it's not so bad. Anyhow, let's go on to the next picture, which is an abandoned yacht. Now, I found some good boats down that beach that washed ashore, and yachts and things, and shrimp boats. But what's the story behind yours?
So this one,
I mean, that looks perfectly...
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
So I came up on this sailboat. It was probably a 35-foot sailboat. I mean, expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I come up on a boat, because I found lots of boats too, I'm always, you know, if it's still upright, I'm like, okay, where's the people?
Mm-hmm.
And so this one was right at the water line, and I came up and I was like, man, this. Of course, I turned my GoPro on. And I started yelling in there. I was like, hey, are y'all okay? Because it was really windy. There were big waves. The sails were all the way up.
That's
and
what's amazing. is-
the steering wheel was like moving back and forth, and I could see the GPS unit was still on.
Right.
So the autopilot was on. I later found out. So nobody answered. So I ended up climbing up on the thing and looking inside, and man, it looked like it was just torn apart. Like they'd gone through a storm. Like
Okay.
they had a stove in there that was up against the wall and back down when it should have been on top. I mean, stuff was scattered everywhere.
Well, what's weird is he's got his sails up.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? In that
Well-
situation, you'd have thought it'd have reefed him in a bit. or
Right,
something.
right. Well,
Wait,
so I
where
found
are the
out
people?
later.
So where were the
So
people?
I did the whole video. The video came out, and then it turns out that the people were were out there, and it's like 45-mile-an-hour winds were coming in. It was a man and his son out there, and they lost steering, and so they got on their dinghy because their dinghy was about a half mile south of there. They got on their dinghy and just like came in.
All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so and left
Scrub
that
the
there.
boat.
And so they did end up pulling it off. I saw somebody had the video, and I don't know if it was the owner or Towboat US or whatever, went over there and pulled it off. And it had some damage to the hull or the
Right.
skag or whatever on the bottom, as you would.
That's quite an expensive yacht.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, just like looking at you could live on that thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I thought I was.
If
It was
you
time to
attached a
retire.
rope, you know that if you put a rope on that, you could have claimed it on the Lloyd's list.
This was the down on.
All you gotta do is put a rope on
You
it.
put your rope on it, that's yours.
Okay. Well, tomorrow when I'm on the beach, I'm
Yeah.
taking a rope
Take
with
a
me.
rope with you.
Yeah, that's
You want a
all.
GoPro?
Yeah,
Write my
that's
name
what
on
I
that.
mean. As far as I remember, that's what the law was.
So say it again.
International law.
International law. That's Lloyd's
If a
list.
boat beaches, I know they try to
No,
get
if a
that.
boat is abandoned, all right, or they ask you for a rope, for a tow, the minute you give them that rope, you can claim under Lloyd's list against them, right? If it's abandoned, it's yours.
We gotta check.
Of course, Thomas J. Henry's going to come after you.
Lloyd's.
Yeah.
No, hey. So one more thing with
Probably.
this. You know where the tag numbers were, or what state it's from?
No.
Arizona.
No, where?
And that's what really blew my
Yeah.
mind. I was thinking,
Ocean.
how
Fell
did
off a
this get down
trailer.
here?
Ocean's not property in
Yeah,
Arizona.
like, George Strait came to me right away.
Now here's where it really gets good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is some good stuff. So Jace has found a lot of weird dolls and voodoo dolls and
Oh yeah.
other stuff. And we haven't got any pictures of your voodoo box.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but I did bring one.
Oh no!
I'd say don't open it, but you can if you
No,
want.
we have to open it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
There is a box back
Yeah.
there, Nick, and we're in your house. Good call.
Yeah. So, talking about the weird doll, I remember one of your stories. There was a British comedian,
John Oliver. Yeah.
correct,
Yeah.
who paid you 10 grand
Yeah.
for, what was it? Tell us
12 dolls. So we'd been finding all these dolls, and just so like a funny thing, I have a weird sense of humor. So I'm like, oh, anytime we're really, the whole point of the Beachcombing program is to educate people about what's in the Gulf of Mexico, what washes up. It's an education program. But I'm like, man, okay. We find these creepy dolls. We got to put that as the first photo. And have
Yeah.
somebody like smiling in there, make it real creepy. And so we started doing that, and then this guy contacted me, and it was the producer for John Oliver. I had no idea who John
Was
Oliver
it
was.
a doll or a ball?
It was actually there was a bunch of photos and a video. I had actually just done a beachcombing video on one that was face down. I had a lady with me. She picked it up, and it had barnacles growing all out of its eyes.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and so like the thing went viral or whatever, you know. So all the media was contacting me. Well, about a week later, the producer for John Oliver contacted me. You know, he's a HBO comedian. And the producer was like, yeah, we want to buy these photos from you. And, of course, I was with the university. And the university's like, we don't sell, you know. They said, if it's education, you know, just use it. And anyway, they ended up, I got interviewed. And they were like, where are these dolls coming from? And I was like, oh, this is my chance to talk about the loop current and throw some science in here.
Right.
So I briefly was like, oh yeah, the loop current is bringing stuff in from all over the world, and it cut me off. And he said, nobody cares about the loop current. He said, where's the 4,000-year-old girl who's putting these dolls out here trying to haunt our nightmares? We need to burn these dolls. And then so he went on for 10 minutes about burning and killing all these dolls. And so at the very end, he said, I will give you $10,000 for all the dolls you have so that we can get rid of them. And I was like, man, that sounds like a pretty good idea. And so he ended up, they said, we're going to send a courier down. So they sent somebody down from San Antonio to pick them up. The guy, he texted me. He was like, I'm in the parking lot. And, you know, I didn't know him. He didn't know me. So I come out, and there's 12 dolls, and some of them were good size, so they were hanging out. You know, they were too big to totally fit in the bucket. So I walk out with this bucket of dolls, and the guy, he obviously had no idea what he was picking up because his jaw had just like dropped down. He took out bubble wrap before he said anything, and he was like bubble wrapping up, put them in this cardboard box, and he was like, what's the deal with these dolls? He's like, this is an expensive service. He said, I'm taking these back up to San Antonio. I'm getting on an airplane, and I'm flying them to New York City. Whoa. And I was like, I don't know, man, some weirdo named John Oliver. And they bought it for $10,000. He was like, what? And the next week, they sent me a check for $10,000.
Whoa.
Which donated to the ARC, the English
You
Rehabilitation Keep. Yeah, for sea turtles
That's
and
good
birds.
of you,
Yeah.
Awesome story.
Yeah.
And they are damn scary looking things if you look at.
Some of them are missing eyes. Some of them, I swear, when I pick them up, it winks at me.
But there's a post on the beach with some nail to, isn't it?
Mile marker 30 has dolls.
I think we
nailed up there, wrapped with rope up there. I mean, all different kinds of ways.
$3,000 on that freaking thing, Nick.
Yeah, oh,
yeah. It's not going to be there tomorrow, y'all.
Does anyone want to buy a post?
I take photos of it every time I go down there.
Oh my
goodness. Nick,
Mm-hmm.
what would you have done with the $10,000?
Kept it.
Your camera equipment.
Yeah.
Fishing equipment.
Definitely kept it. That would have been it. That'd have been my lucky dolls.
Yeah.
Now the other one is these metal floats.
Yeah, what are the metal floats?
These are what I suppose the Mexicans are using the metal on the long line.
These floats are called Hercules floats and Hercules Tower floats. They're from Spain, and they all have a Hercules Tower embossed on them. They were made from 1920 to 1950s.
Wow.
They stopped making them in the 1950s. And I can't believe how many of these I find. And
what's going on? You got
I mean, I was down on Penn's. The last one I found was probably about 4 months ago.
Over there.
It was
There's
at the
big glass one.
It was at the new tower.
By the guitars. Don't drop it.
You got one?
I've got what was prior to that.
Oh yeah, the glass floats. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well I remember that. I got those in my house.
You did? I saw them.
Yeah.
They sell
That's
them
what
pure
they
white.
are.
I thought you bought them. I didn't
So this is what the Mexicans used to use on their long lines.
Yeah.
But what I'm interested about this Spain, coming from Spain, is the Gulf Stream runs from south to north. Mm-hmm. So how does it come down from Spain? Because
it can loop around. So yeah,
So it goes
the Gulf
down
Stream
Africa
goes
and
up,
comes
but it
back?
comes back down. Yeah, it
Oh,
comes
gotcha.
back down. Now it wouldn't go across the equator,
Right.
But yeah, it can come back. But and also, I mean, it was a business. They probably sold them to fishermen in the U.S. as well.
Right. Okay.
Where I find, I was finding most of them in the Hurricane Harvey rack line. So behind the sand dunes. Now, earlier this year, it's probably February or something, I was going down Penns and I had a reporter with me. And we were it was right at the high road. And I looked down and I'm like, whoa, because the tide was up pretty high. And I looked down, I was like, wait right here. So I jump out and it was like somebody had almost run over it. And it was at the new tide line.
Wow.
So they're still washing in. And where they're coming from, I guess hurricanes could hit from way out wherever and uplift them from islands
it's coming
and
down
stuff.
like the coast of Africa and then getting swashed across.
Could be. I was thinking like hurricanes on islands and stuff, that are uninhabited or maybe even inhabited, and then it gets washed into the, Atlantic.
I saw a program on people hunting old whale bones up in Alaska somewhere, and they were finding a lot.
Oh yeah, no, they still find bunches of them up there. Yeah. I would love to go up there. Yeah. That'd be the ultimate beachcombing up there.
Now we're talking about a loggerhead sea turtle. Loggerheads, they're not that rare around here, but they're not as common as what we do see. I normally find dead ones in the winter. Yeah. But I heard a really strange story about a turtle the other day. There was a guy who was stationed here in the 60s. What's the biggest turtles? They're real giant.
The leatherback.
Yeah. Big leatherback.
Yeah.
He swears there was a leatherback used to come to Bob Hall Pier and the fishermen would feed it. Right? Listen to this, right? And it was there all the time. And then they found it down where the park sticks are, the beginning of the sticks. Yeah. It was dead on the beach one day. And they believe it got hit with props or something.
Yeah.
But what a weird story.
And
he honestly told me that, and he was stationed with the Navy here in like the 60s.
Wow. That would have been pretty incredible. I mean, I don't know about feeding it, but the fact that it would stay around.
Well, I know.
Because, those are
right. Yeah, and I know people have seen them here.
Yeah, but once a year we have a dead one wash up.
Right.
Most of the time they're hit by a boat or
I remember a mate of mine telling me he saw one in the high banks and he thought it was a friggin' VW walking along the beach. He said they are massive.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I know that there was one a couple of years ago that washed up and the Ark over there. They put it in the back of the pickup truck. It took up the entire back, and that's where they were doing the necropsy to try to see why it died. But man, dead sea turtles smell.
No, everything smells. I went to a mako shark necropsy down at the college.
Oh yeah.
And they found a mako in the bay.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was by the college there, and they did a necropsy, and I got invited along, and I went along and filmed it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but it did stink.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to be invited again.
So loggerheads, I mean, of course you're on the beach.
Was this one alive?
No, he is, yeah.
Yeah, that one was, and it was actually pretty high up. We had just had one of those storm surges, maybe from last summer or something like that, and it pushed it up. And so it's not where you'd normally see, because normally you're looking.
Was it nesting or just resting?
No, it was something's wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you find a sea turtle, unless it's a nesting turtle, something's wrong with it.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the times when you find them in the winter, you'll think they're dead.
Yeah.
And then, I've found them half buried in sand, and you go up and touch them on the eye.
Yeah, the eyes.
Yeah, and you'll see a movement.
Yeah.
And they're very much alive, just cold stunned.
But we're not supposed to touch them or save them if they're distressed. Because I saw one a couple of months ago, and she couldn't pick up her head, but she was in a puddle, and she was struggling, and I didn't want to touch her, so I reported it. They came within however many minutes or whatever, and then they took her in, and then I heard that she died. She was so weak, she died.
Oh yeah.
But I could tell, like, she couldn't even pick up her head.
If I find
If it's something like that, you can.
yeah.
If you know, like what happened a couple of weeks ago. I just had that video that came out this last week about this on Monday actually, the sea turtle that was at on the rocks, the jetties, and it was 3 feet underwater, and it had red fishing line all wrapped around its flipper, and it was connected to 2 rocks, so it couldn't go up. And how I found it, I was just snorkeling around out there, and I thought it was dead, so I went up and did this, and I was like, oh, I think it moved its flipper. So I broke off one end and lifted it up, and it shot out all this water.
Wow.
And I ended up walking it back, and it didn't move. So I thought, oh, it must be dead. So I laid it down. I called the ARC, and when I was on the phone with them, I looked over, and the thing had its head up. And I was like, I'm coming to the ARC, so I took it over there.
Love it.
But, I mean, they can last a long time underwater, but if you see that they're in distress or something like that, get them up. The problem we had a few years ago, there was a massive stranding of these loggerheads, and normally a normal year you'd get like 40 washing up. There, within a span of like 3 months, we had 280. It was something crazy. Like the folks from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration were flying in trying to figure out what was going on. There was like no rhyme or reason for it. But people were finding them, and they were like, "Oh, they're supposed to be in the water." So they're like, "Okay, we'll hold it in the water till y'all get here." They were holding it underwater, and it's like, "No, so that's when everybody starts saying, "It's like, don't touch them," just call us and we'll come.
I get it.
But yeah, if you see that they're in distress, get them up on the beach and then wait for the people to come get them.
Yep. I should have done that. I just didn't want to break the law or anything.
No, I know, because we've gone over that. Yeah. Now the next one is titled Jace on Weed.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I gave you
that. So it's a picture of you laying on Sargassum. Looks like 3-day-old with fresh stuff on top.
Yeah. I was doing it was kind of a joke of doing, people up north do a snow angel.
Yeah.
I was like, down here
we
do sargassum angels down here. And so I put that on Facebook, and some people laughed, and some people were like, don't be telling people to get in there because there's syringes and everything else in there. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. Come on.
I saw you. I was going on the beach one day doing my report. And there you were. You were going through the weed. Yeah. He wasn't doing his angel, but
okay. Yeah, I remember that.
He had a really good collection of stuff you'd found in it, and you were so excited.
Yeah,
which I found quite sweet.
Well, the thing about that day, and I actually went back to the office and I wrote a whole script on sea lice.
Okay.
Because what I had found that day, and what you had video of, was that whole thing was full of the megalope stage of the blue crab.
Okay.
And that's what folks here call sea lice. And sea lice is different depending on what region of the U.S. and stuff you're in. But here they say sea lice is the little crabs because they pinch you and they get your swimsuit and stuff. But there were so many of them. And that was just from picking up all this.
So you found other things in there.
Oh, yeah.
Pipe.
I was doing pipe fish.
Sargassum fish or whatever.
Sargassum fish. Yeah. Nudibranchs. All that stuff. And so I had my little aquarium there, and I was putting everything.
What I'm hoping you can answer is the different types of weed that we get. Right now, there was one that turns up that looks like sauerkraut.
Yeah, that's an animal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I found out about that.
So,
yes.
Annoying.
Yeah. Well, and how you can tell, like, you can hold it up, and it looks like it's a clear kind of branch, and if you squeeze it, it pops. It'll like fluid will pop out of there.
You just killed it.
Yeah. I think it's dead anyway. But yeah, sometimes that stuff will come up thick.
Right. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass for a fisherman.
Yeah.
The other one is little bits about that long, clear, white.
Spaghetti.
No,
the seagrass, manatee seagrass.
Is that what
it looks like shredded rope.
Yeah, where does that come from?
That from the bays.
That's a bay.
Yeah. And so and actually it looks nothing like the white shredded little bits of it. But it's usually pretty long, round, and green.
Okay.
And then once it comes off, and it's usually summertime. It
Some
comes
bits
out.
about that long. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it breaks
Yeah.
into little bits. It bleaches out and then gets.
It's not
It goes
so
out and
much a
passes.
problem. It's not a problem
yeah,
to
yeah.
fishermen because it doesn't hang on.
But sometimes it's like super thick.
Now the other one is the what's that coral called? The whip coral.
Yeah,
whip.
the sea whip. Soft
Now
coral.
I'm convinced you can make rope out of that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
By weaving
yeah.
it
People like
together.
jewelry.
Yeah.
Like you can make a necklace.
Oh,
like
really?
you take the polyps off. So the polyps are the
Yeah.
yellow part.
Right, pull that off.
Pull that off, and then you have the exoskeleton there,
Right.
which is like really durable.
Yeah, I've plaited it together. I've often wanted to do a video about
fishing
catching fish with
with it.
Oh,
using
yeah.
it as a fishing line, imagining the
Yeah.
Karonka were doing the same
Right,
thing.
yeah.
Sort of buying their hooks from Roy's Boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I noticed on the whiting, so a lot of the whiting turning up now have got what I've called lights and black dots all over.
Even the pompano are having.
Yeah, there's a lot of
really?
them on them. Is it the water temperature that's
I
causing
don't
that
know.
problem?
That's not my. I don't know anything about
That's all
that.
right.
But we did. I know the Sportfish Center that we have there at the Heart Research. They just did a post. They had picked up a trout and it had a parasite on its tail, like
Okay.
a good size one. It was like
Yeah,
that
we
big.
see
It
them
looked like a
threads.
roly poly,
Yeah.
but stuck on there.
I took a picture of a wine the other day. The cookie cutter had a go at it.
Uh huh.
Have you ever seen them? With
Yeah, yeah.
Perfectly round.
Yeah.
The trout?
No, it was a whiting, but
A
had
whiting.
cookie cutter
The
bite.
shark got it?
No, a cookie cutter is a
Fish.
thing that cuts perfectly round holes out.
So it was like one of these.
Yeah.
It's,
Like the sucker fish,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
and it's got a set of teeth, and I always think they must rotate or
Yeah.
something.
It was giving it a redfish
Yeah,
stamp.
it cuts it. It'll be a perfectly round mark like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redfish wannabe.
Now let's have a look at some of the
I
stuff.
want to bring this thing up.
Of course, I always bring this out.
Woo! Turtle bites.
The thing about the turtle bites, and that's why I always.
Careful where you touch it, Nick. That's
This one looks quite civilized.
No barnacles coming
Blue
out.
eyes.
Can I see this? I'll put it in the camera.
Has all its limbs.
Watch
Yeah.
its head.
Sammy is.
We call her Sandy.
Got the
Because
Sandy?
it's, yeah.
Sammy
Check out
and
Sandy's
Sandy.
bites.
You're now cursed.
Yeah. Look
turtle
at me,
bite.
that damn thing. Turn it away.
Blue
Okay.
eyes.
Oh, look at this.
So this is a smaller one, and actually I've found them smaller, but this is the spell bottles or witch bottles.
Uh-huh.
Give it to Marcus, please.
People do a seance, and they burn incense, play music,
Yeah.
put stuff from around their house, usually sticks and leaves,
Uh-huh.
and then put spells in there and then throw it in the ocean.
that's
And the
good.
spells could be for good luck, for bad luck, to harm other people. There's all different kinds of
That
things.
one actually, Marcus, I know what the spell is on that. By the way, then it's your dick will shrink.
Alright.
Take a whiff.
Oh man.
It's really creepy.
I don't want to touch it.
There you go.
Okay. I'm definitely not opening that one. Now, a lot of people
Beautiful.
don't know that Texas has a state shell.
Yeah.
So, what's the state flower? Of Texas?
Blue
Bluebonnet.
yeah.
The bird,
Mockingbird.
mockingbird, and the
Mockingbird.
shell, the lightning
Conch.
whelk.
Lightning
Oh.
whelk.
So, yeah, it's a
Cool.
lightning whelk.
Yeah, I have a bunch of these in my house.
Yeah, and that one was probably
Beautiful.
pretty fresh. I'll find real big ones that are all black, but those have been underground.
I've found
for
these
hundreds of
live
years.
or
I've been
live
looking
stuff
for
in
these.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, is there a clockwise and anti-clockwise ones?
Yeah, so there's like the left-handed and the right-handed.
Okay.
And so this is the one that is left-handed. The others are most shells are right-handed.
So that's the
Right.
smart
Yeah,
one.
so the parallel is one that looks just like this, but how you can tell the difference between them is the left-handed versus right-handed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's not. Is it anything to do like the side of the equator they come from, or anything like that?
Oh, I don't think so.
No. Okay. So it's not a gravitational thing.
No,
It's just
that's
like-
a better story.
Yeah. Like a flounder, you get their heads one way or the other. Now and again, you get a southern looking one and a northern. They can have their head.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just freaks.
Yeah. That's cool.
What else? you got?
Okay, so I know you probably get questions about these all the time.
Yes, I know they are.
So these people are always saying, "Oh, there's snakes on the beach and they lost their skin," but these are actually egg casings to the lightning whelk.
Yeah.
Ah.
So there can be
I
up
didn't
to
know that.
100.
I knew
Wow!
that, yeah.
There can be up to 100 babies in each one of these little
Yeah.
pods.
Wow.
And you know, sometimes you can find these things like 4 feet long, so literally thousands and thousands.
So
of
when
babies.
we find them, because some time of year we do find a bunch of them, are they dead?
They're gonna die. Yeah, there's no.
Okay.
Yeah, they're so whenever they're
whatever-
laid, they're actually connected to the bottom, and you'll notice when a bunch of them wash up, it's
Yeah.
after storms and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and so they get pulled up, and most of them are in the bay, and so they get pulled up out the passes and then pushed back up on shore.
All right, and so whatever is in them is dead.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I found them when you find them fresh, just washed up.
Yeah.
They could probably live. You put them in an aquarium, or you could take them to the bay and throw them back in the bay.
Really?
But they won't. I always tell people that the ocean does not want. It wants to push stuff back up. So like people find little shark eggs and stuff, and they want to throw them in,
It
but
comes
they
back. Yeah, like the
come
puffer. we
back
keep
up. So
finding.
these, if you take them to the bay, yeah, they could survive. But you can open them up. They actually live in a gel in there, and the little snails look exactly like the adult, but they're tiny, tiny. It's pretty cool.
That is.
I guess we
Yeah,
should put them
yeah.
in a jar or something.
And it's great to show the kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just to figure
Yeah.
it out.
Y'all probably know this one.
This is a head of
Hang on.
a hard head.
So
Gaff job.
no.
What is
What
this?
That would be record breaking
Is it a black drum?
black drum.
Oh yeah.
And we find these all the time because the sharks
I
bite
see.
the
Yeah.
back end of them off.
Yeah.
I normally throw that away.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's good if you can find one that's.
Big.
I've seen the grinders. I think.
Yeah. I have those in here
Weird.
as well.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pharyngeal teeth. So these are down
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
throat.
I've seen these two. The grinders.
Yeah, these are the grinders.
And I always pick those up because they're people say, oh, they're the teeth. They think it's in the front. It's like, no, those are down in the throat.
That's how you tell if a mullet or a trout has had your bait. A redfish or a drum has had your bait.
It'll crush it up or something.
because they're crushed.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and so you can look at your bait and go, "Oh, it's a red."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they
black
just spit
drum.
it back out. Or
Yeah,
something.
you've pulled it out.
Yeah.
But he's crushed it.
Yeah, we find lots of bones and stuff. You want to guess what this one is?
Mako, maybe.
Just hammerhead.
Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah.
Dolphin vertebrae, yeah.
Dolphin.
And dolphin vertebrae, I
wanna
found
see
on
this.
Matagorda Island.
Now
I
that's
found an entire one. This one is closer towards the back,
Oh.
like where the fin would be, dorsal fin. But like the neck, they're real thin, a big hole, and then once you get down towards the tail, it looks just like a regular vertebrae. None of these fins on them. So
That's cool, isn't
yeah,
it?
it changes the whole way. I was keeping it in my office.
yeah.
for a
Let
while,
him
but-
smell it. Hang on. He has to
Yeah,
smell
yeah.
everything. Honestly,
Well, that's what I
I've
was
seen
going
him
to say.
doing that with bike seats.
I had the whole vertebrae in my office, but the thing, like, it started smelling. It was
All right.
it was nasty. Now these are skate. Clear nose skate is the most common fish that you'll find inside of here. There'll be one of them inside of here.
I've held them up the line. You
Yeah,
can see them
and you can see
inside.
you'll see
Yeah.
the yolk in there,
Yeah.
and then they're attached to it, and you'll see the little tail moving
So
around.
is this? They say it's either a shark or a stingray, or is
It's
it not?
it's a skate, so it looks
That's
like
not
a
right.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
ray. Yeah, it's a ray. Flatfish there.
So are there sharks?
Yeah, some sharks do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Weird.
but the clear nose skate's the most common around here anyway.
All right. So when we see them, sometimes they're alive.
Sometimes, yeah.
So what do we do? Put them back in the water? Or take
Yeah,
them
but
off?
it's a similar
Same
type thing.
Come
Yeah,
back.
like whenever they lay these things, they're supposed to. These are horns. They're called horns, and they can wrap around stuff.
Yeah,
and so they're
sometimes they're in
supposed
the
to.
weed and stuff,
Yeah, yeah,
in the grass.
yeah. So
And you get quite bigger ones as well.
yeah, and actually, these whenever they were alive, or whenever there was a live organism in them, they're probably that big.
Yeah.
But when they dry up, it's made out of keratin. It's like your fingernail or something. The egg is.
Can we open it and throw it in the water or no?
No. They would be in there for about 3 months. They would pop open when they're ready and then swim on their way. But if you take them out too early, it's like a
This is gonna
chicken.
make
Taking a
greenies.
chicken out too early. Might only have one leg.
You might be able to eat what's inside it.
Catch and cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, enough of them.
Why did the turtle eat the baby?
Huh?
Oh, turtles don't know the difference between what's food and not food.
Yeah.
And so,
Like the plastics.
you know,
This
yeah,
is
here's a
sample.
good example. Here's
Yeah.
a Clorox bottle right here.
Yeah.
Those are all
Oh,
sea turtle bites. And, you know, it doesn't, we've done studies. I was part of a 2-year study looking at marine debris accumulation. And, you know, we have 10 times the amount of marine debris washing up on our shorelines than any other state in the Gulf. It has to do with
I
that
heard
loop
about that.
current.
Yes.
Because it creates these eddies that swirl off of it and push up to the Louisiana, Texas coast. So that's why we get a lot of debris.
Oh.
But in this study, we had over 50 categories. We would put all the different trash in, and we would look for animal bites, because some of these could actually be triggerfish. If they have a tab
That's
on them.
normally the telltale.
Yeah, if they have a tab on the top, it's the triggerfish.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So even though it's
Because of
that shape,
Yeah, they have a similar shape
Okay.
to it. Yeah. And you know, those triggerfish are pretty. They'll bite anything too.
Right.
So.
that's
Except
pretty
Sammy's
cool.
hood
Yeah.
and mine.
Know what that's from?
That's awesome.
Is it a turtle?
Hang on, I've seen this before.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
I'm trying to think what the hell
Steak
it
fish?
is.
No.
It's a vertebrae.
It's obviously off something.
We're halfway there.
Is it a turtle or a tarpon?
No.
None
not
of the
tarpon,
above.
is it?
No.
I don't know what it is.
Marcus?
It goes to this and it covers the
Ah,
gills.
okay.
Most people, like there's a bunch of big bones that cover the gills, the operculum here. And so it would be, you know, up in this area like
Okay.
this.
Awesome.
So that's probably where you've seen it.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh,
the
that's
black
a
drum, there's so many different
drum
types
plate
of
from
bones.
Black Drum.
Have you seen
Now
them?
here's black drum. Here's the teeth that their mouth.
Okay.
So that tells
Wow.
that shows the difference between
Yeah.
their throat
There you go,
teeth
Marcus.
versus
You have your
that.
full tooth set.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Works.
Those grinders are trippy. Oh man.
I know what that is.
Turtle shell.
Turtle.
Yeah,
Turtle
yeah.
ribs or something?
Yep. I was thinking like Rudy's, you know.
Yeah.
It looks like a rib, you know.
More
A lot of people don't know that sea turtles have ribs. It's actually the carapace, you know, the top part. So this would probably be about 100-pound turtle. It'd be about that
Wow.
big.
Oh, both
You got a roll
sides.
ahead or something?
Yeah, maybe. Or you know, could be green or.
There are some.
Now, one thing we did not talk about, which we have to, is I don't know how many messages in a bottle you have found.
I've got some, well,
Oh,
only
I-
one good one, and I've still got it closed up.
Oh, okay.
And it's got sand in it and the message.
Did you ever take it out?
No.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
still
I
there.
think I found over 40 of them,
Wow.
and I
You
think
know,
all.
that looks like toilet paper, Jason.
I know. Well, this one, an 11-year-old girl was going around the world with her family in a catamaran.
Oh, you took it out.
I took it out, and I take all of them out. I take them out, I dry them out, and then I put them back in. Even if they have money, I find some
Right.
with money in them. I put the money
Keep the
back in
money.
there.
What do you do?
But no, I keep them all, unless they just say help or
Right.
something like that. I'm like, okay. But this one was really good because this girl, with her family, they got across on the equator off the coast of Brazil. They threw it in. I found it in Port Aransas a year and a half later.
Wow.
It's
And-
got drawings and stuff in it.
Oh yeah, so there's 2 pages. One is a drawing of the world with like coloring,
And we
and it
here?
showed where they had been and all that kind of
How
stuff.
did you get it out though?
It was
Well,
wet.
it was very tightly wound.
Is this
and
the
it
same
had-
bottle you
and-
found it in?
Yeah. Yep.
Bugger off.
Yeah,
That
but it
girl
was
drank a
tightly
lot.
wound,
Okay.
and actually how you would get
My
it out.
dog's trying to eat it.
Like I have a
Keep
tool. It almost ruins it, but I have a skewer that I modified, and I put it all the way in there, and I get it towards the back, and I start spinning it around and pull it out. That's
Do you usually put the date when
Oh,
you
yeah.
drop it?
Yeah. So this had a
You said a year
that's
and
how
a
I
half.
knew it was a year and a half.
Wow.
But it was all in French.
Oh.
So I had to get it translated.
Oh,
I
wow.
got the address. I wrote them a letter. They wrote
Cool.
me back like a month later.
Wow.
Yeah. They
There's
live
pictures.
off the coast of France on a little island.
That is
And
awesome.
we're supposed to get together at some point.
Isn't
you know.
that cool?
Oh, man. I'll tell you what.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it landed with you out of all the people that
What's the,
could have
what's
found
the
it.
oldest you found date wise?
12 years.
12
old.
years?
Yeah.
How about the currencies?
It
Different. around
is
the world?
all dollar bills.
That bottle clearly says
She was a
Daddy's
drinker.
an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah. Get me off this boat.
They're cracking.
I'm stuck in a boat with an alcoholic.
I think it's a whiskey or something. Or no, rum. Did it say
It
rum?
is
Or what's that?
BH. I don't know. It definitely looks like some good Caribbean stuff
else
right
you got?
there.
Yeah. Who knows from where, you know? Okay, so what does this look like?
A nut.
A brain, a monkey's brain.
Oh,
It's
yes.
called a monkey's brain.
What is
You
it?
can hear it.
Whoa.
It's got like a seed inside of there, but it comes from a brain fruit tree only found in southern Mexico. So it falls off the tree. It rains, gets into the rivers, gets into the Gulf, gets into the ocean currents, and washes up on our beach. And sometimes we'll find a whole bunch of these.
Is there a fruit on the outside people eat?
It looks, if you look it up online, it's like a nice green fruit.
Stop
Okay.
giving
And
him
so
ideas.
this one obviously fell off and dried up. And
Yeah.
Don't give that to Sammy. He'll try to eat it.
I've cut these open before.
Have you?
It looks like a peanut inside of there.
Is it?
You've eaten it?
No,
going
he
to.
will smell it.
All of us will.
Keep it up here.
I guarantee he will smell it.
But I mean, you can find buckets of those at certain times of the year. You know.
Oh, Beachcomber.
Oh yeah, Beachcoming stickers. We
Awesome.
got stickers. And,
I've got some
You found
real-
these?
yeah.
Jace, this has been awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
Really enjoyed
Oh
it.
wait,
Yeah.
I got one question.
Oh yeah.
The orbs, the orange lights that everybody's been seeing. Do you have a take on those? Have you seen it on social media, on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're aliens, of course.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just waiting to come,
Thank God.
come get us, right?
Have you seen, talking about aliens, and I know we should,
Oh boy.
hang on, I love this shit.
All right.
I really do.
We're going into overtime.
Eye Astro is the latest rock. The Uma, whatever it was that come in and accelerated right
3-Eye
away.
Atlas.
3-Eye Atlas.
Do you know about that?
No.
Oh, this one's. Did you see the latest on it? They've
It's our
got
third.
more pictures today.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
it's,
Is it coming to Earth or something?
it's very close considering.
We're gonna be behind the
They
sun.
believe there's
okay.
who's the
Avi Loeb,
Avi Loeb
Harvard
he
professor.
believes it's alien.
4 out
Oh,
of 4
I
out
have
of a
seen
10
this.
chance.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a tail like a regular comet.
And
so
they were
it's
saying
so
it was
weird.
powered by nuclear power. or
Yeah, that's
something.
like some of the
Something, yeah.
garbage. That's
Yeah.
going
It's
on.
because it
Like,
accelerates. It's going along at 135,000 miles.
you
an
need
hour.
to check it out. It's worth looking at just because of the math.
But we're going to be
Like,
able to
it's
see
really
that in
rare.
December.
Well, I'm just waiting for them to land and show
I
their
want
face,
the same
you know.
shit.
Seeing is believing.
Yeah, I would really love to see one. I wouldn't want to touch them because I've heard they give you weird shit.
Did you see? There used to be a movie. It was in the '80s called The V. They were not very nice, and so they basically took over the world.
But hang on.
and made people work
Do you
for them.
think they would look at us and think that we're nice?
No, that's
No.
probably why they're here. They're
That's
making
what I'm
sure we're not
saying.
blowing
I
each
mean,
other up.
I mean, you go across the beach and seeing all this shit washing up. You can see how it's
Yeah.
going downhill almost.
Yeah.
And all the nitrates washing in and killing every damn thing.
I think they're worried about nuclear war. They're here to make sure we're not going to blow each other up.
Yeah, I think so too.
I was like,
Yeah.
why are they off the coast of Corpus though?
Boy,
What are you doing here?
I mean, like, yeah,
We did see some lights.
for sure.
Yeah, we
Some
saw
weird
something
stuff.
weird.
And
And
it was
then-
high up in the sky.
No, they just poof like that.
Yeah.
They
one
went
was
out
And they
shooting
stayed
up.
there.
They flew a drone out. They sent the emergency service boat out.
Uh-huh.
The shark team guys got pictures of it. Then, like a week later, they showed up on one of the Fort Aransas Facebook pages. So it's been happening. Several
Wow.
anglers have seen them out there, but
I
one.
saw people saw that they were saying they were
it's not really
flares or
clear.
something.
It looks
Flares,
like
yeah.
orbs. Looks
Uh-huh.
like the stuff we've been seeing in California, but
Yeah.
not like here.
Controversial.
Well, all the drones that were going off earlier this year
Yeah.
in
Jersey.
Boston or Jersey,
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah.
And they said that there were also orbs up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whatever happened to all that? Nobody ever.
Well, that's the trouble.
They won't tell us.
It all goes quite.
Yeah.
To be honest, right? I was sitting there thinking everyone's worried about AI. Okay, so I use it because I'm dyslexic. It's awesome.
Everybody. No.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
So
people that say they don't use it, no, they're using
So
it.
I'm using AI a lot, but then I'm thinking, all right, they're saying like within 5 years, the head of Google resigned because he said it's out of control already. He said within 5 years that could either decide to wipe us out or it could be friendly, right? Now, I'm looking at what a great situation, get rid of all politicians, and just go. Could you tell me what we need to do for all the people that live in America? What's the best move? Do we need an army? Is it worth killing them?
Yeah.
You know, no money involved. Forget the cash. That's out of the game. You're talking to a brain that's going to give you the best answer.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't kill me.
Yeah, I know. Sounds good. We're going to have to go live underground.
Well, no, I mean, it could be better. It could be a utopia. I mean, they're saying within like 7 years, white-collar jobs are gone, mate.
I also heard everybody's going to have a robot in their house. I mean, I'm all about
I've got
that.
one. It's
Because
called
right
a
now, I'm the
Roomba.
one that does the dishes and the laundry
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that.
Roomba.
Oh, yeah, no, I have a Roomba.
No, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're living in a strange time,
Yeah.
and AI is going to have a great effect on mankind.
The good thing, like with my job, I mean, I don't think there's going to be a robot going out there beachcombing.
Yeah, I know.
You know, so
No, I don't think it will. But I could see robots getting data points on water clarity, oxygen content, nitrates, and shit like this,
yeah.
and keeping us where.
Well, I wouldn't mind having an assistant robot that's carrying my backpack and stuff.
That'd be
you
a
know?
nice.
Your GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh, do they have a salinity tester that you can, not like a pool, you put the chemicals on the strip and it tells you the salinity. Is there something you can stick in the water and just it tells you?
Oh yeah, refractometer.
Refractometer?
Yeah,
Refractometer.
yeah, and it's
How
like
much do those
old
cost?
school.
I
Cheap
think my
one,
Coleman
$150
doctor's
for
got
cheap.
one.
Huh?
Probably $150.
$150. We need to get a refractometer.
Definitely.
Get
I
one,
think that
Marcus.
would be a real good thing.
It would. We'd
Yeah.
know. We're trying to figure out why the bait bails. It's there one day and then it's gone the next day, and it's just like really odd. There's so much of it.
There might be something. I mean, that's not electronic, you know, so it'll always work. You don't need batteries or anything. But there's probably like an electronic little probe you can put in there for probably
Ask AI.
cheaper.
Yeah,
Find you one.
And there are cheaper ways because when we were running education programs and stuff, you know, every kid gets their own. We couldn't afford everybody to have a refractometer, so they would have these little plastic things. So I would just Google it.
Okay.
You can probably get some for $5.
Even a cheaper one, you can just lick the water.
Yeah.
It has to do with accuracy. You know, the refractometer is like accuracy. It's made.
Gotcha.
But then also you've got to consider like salinity and depth.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're measuring like,
That's true.
do you know what I mean? Because the salt water is going to be on top of the fresh.
We
Isn't
just
it?
need to, we could take a couple measurements first day,
Yeah.
second
couple of
day,
drinks, a couple
Yeah.
of straws.
We can
Anyhow, Jace, I want to thank you
Yeah,
very
yeah,
much.
yeah,
This has
that
been
was
the
fun.
best, mate.
It was
We
awesome.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We need to check out your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I don't
Well,
know what's in
I
there.
got so much like.
This is really cool.
My wife won't let me bring anything in the house.
He actually
Anymore.
found his wife
Anymore.
at the
It's
15.
already full.
Anymore. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
That's
Cool.
really great. And how do people get in touch with you if they find something really interesting and they want to?
Usually, people go to the Heart Research Facebook page and they message us.
Okay.
And so I monitor the messages, and we get almost every day. People are asking us, "What is this?" You know.
Okay. What do you do? Prefer photographs or?
Yeah, definitely photographs, and you know, some people send photographs, and you wouldn't even be able to tell what that is because it's so blurry. You know, so a
Okay.
good photograph is
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
nice.
it's good photographs. Email you and
yeah,
Are
and,
you-
and where they're at, because some people, believe it or not, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm in Nova Scotia, and
wow.
do you know what this is?" I'm like, "Probably not." You know?
Yeah, makes sense. Are you a marine biologist?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I got my master's out here at the university, and actually I did my stuff in the Upper Laguna Madre, looking at fish recruitment, larval fish recruitment into seagrass beds.
Recruiting, fish recruiting.
You know that little so you're coming from Flower Bluff to the island.
Mhm.
On the right hand side, there's that little spit of land.
Mhm.
There was like 3 different species of seagrass living around there, and so I had little light traps. So I'd go out right when the sun was going down. I'd break little glow sticks, put them in the traps, and then leave them out for an hour, and then come back.
awesome.
Yeah. So that
Well,
was a
thanks for
2-year
doing what you're
project.
doing.
I did that. I was out in the little bitty 10-foot John
Whoa,
boat, and
nice.
sometimes no matter what the weather was, I had to
For
go.
God's
out.
sake, give him a degree.
Yeah.
Totally bonkers.
but that was in the late '90s. You know, that was a
Alright.
long time ago. So
And what did you
That's when you were doing your
that
master's in the late 90s?
Well, I wanted to go into research fisheries, but I ended up, my wife and I both graduated at the same time. She has her master's in marine science too. We moved to Florida because we're like, that's where, all the water out there. So we ended up doing something totally different. I mean, we did stuff, it was related, but she did permitting of docks and piers, and I did like stuff in Lake Okeechobee, so it was like wetland type stuff. Okay. But we ended up moving back.
Well, we're glad you did.
Yeah. We moved back, and then,
And guys, we were going to have Lily on, but Lily wasn't well.
Yeah,
So
we miss you, Lily.
We want to hope you get well soon, Lily. And again, thanks, Jace, for everything. It was absolutely awesome.
Thank you very
we'll
much.
see you on the beach.
Yeah,
You bet.
absolutely.
Heck yeah.